Hello, 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 Dr. Seth. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good today. I was mentioning when we talked a little earlier that I had not been feeling well, and I just started feeling better today. So I'm about 85%, and that brought me to thinking about how, as entrepreneurs, we will push through in a lot of situations when we have to show up for ourselves, even when we don't feel well. But I made sure that I corrected that. I was like, you know what, Tiff, you might not feel well, but you are going to show up for yourself in all of the spaces that make you feel good about yourself. So we are here today. I'm excited to be talking with you because you are one of the people that it really makes me feel good to talk to. And I think that that is with purpose. So I want to get started. And I'm going to do this a little different than people usually start off a their questions or their interviews. So I'm going to start with, when did you start doing what it is that you currently do?
I would say when I was young, playing sports. And what I mean by currently doing is motivating and leading and communicating and sharing with people. I was always the kid that would go over and give a high five when somebody tripped or fell or missed a shot or whatever it may be. I think that a lot of times you can lead from behind and you don't have to be out in front and have the spotlight on you if that may be what we're talking about. But I've always wanted to communicate to more people than just one at a time. So, I mean, informally, since I was little playing sports, but formally, it's been probably 7 years now that I've wanted to get in front of people and share my message. Coming out of grad school into the physical therapy clinic, I've just experienced so much and learned so much from my patients and other people. Then I opened that CrossFit gym, and I was leading groups of people at a time, and I saw how people would listen and learn and absorb. And then doing some things for the Alzheimer's Association where I was just leading warm-ups, but it was just a fire within me when I saw people moving and getting going and getting excited. So I think those things culminated into me wanting to go out and speak publicly to people and share my message.
Okay, that's great. So my next question I usually ask behind that is a deeper why. So why do you do what you do?
There's a couple of reasons. One is selfish, and two is not my fault. I want to get out of the clinic to help as many people as possible. And as cliche as that sounds, it really is. That's why I wrote the book, try and get the same things I've been telling, all of my patients one by one or one at a time. I want to give that message to the masses, right? I want to scream it from the top of a mountain, which is now the internet, or, us getting in front of people. And doing that, I would be able to spend more time with my family. One of my goals in life is to be able to drop my son off and pick him up from school. So, if I can help people and be more productive and spend more time with my family, then that's a win-win-win for everybody. And now the way that I can't, or the thing that I couldn't control, is the fact that I'm related to my father. And my father had an amazing effect on people. And I often say that, maybe it's because I was his son and he was my hero, and I would kind of watch how people would interact with him, but he would demand or command their attention, and they would focus a little bit. And just the lights would get brighter when he would walk into the room, and he was just that kind of guy. And I'm related to him, so hopefully I got some of that. So that's kind of the deeper why I'm here.
I absolutely love that. So those two answers are really going to prepare you for the next question. And the next question is something that you're probably just a little bit more familiar with. I'm going to ask it with a little flavor though.
Right.
So I would love for you to give me your passion pitch about your program, what it is that you do, but give it to me in the most passionate pitch that you have.
Okay. Well, what we do at Life Prescribed is we bridge the gap between health and fitness. So healthy living is a decision that shouldn't be tough to make. What we do is help people understand what good decisions can do for them and what oftentimes bad decisions do to them, right? We teach people how to use their body as their greatest asset to evoke health and evoke confidence, versus a lot of times in this day-to-day world, our health and our posture and our body is our biggest detriment. You know, we get tired just from the way we carry ourselves. But if we can learn to turn healthy habits or hassles of life into healthy habits, then we're not going off into the corner having to do something good for ourselves. We just work it into our lives. And that's when you can really see the change. And that's when little things that you do on a daily basis turn into a great change in your life. So we want to illuminate how people can use their bodies as their biggest tool without being so overwhelming that they have to, you know, change their whole life all at once. It's step by step. And every small step will at some point lead to completing the greatest of journeys. And that journey to me is living a healthy lifestyle. So
Okay.
Yeah. Is that too animated?
No, that was a lot. It was great. It was very fulfilling. It was one of those things that you had to receive that and you have to let that sit for a while.
Yeah.
That's something that you have to take in.
It is a lot.
And
I'm long-winded. I apologize.
oh no. It was not that. It was the gift of all that you said. It the way that so many of us don't feel like we are at liberty to do those things. Right. We a lot of times we don't think about ourselves in that way. We think about everyone else in that way. Like we do for our families, we do for our kids, we do for our jobs, we do for everyone. And we really forget to do for ourselves. So that brings me to the next question. With all that you said, if I was a person that needed your program, what should I be asking myself? Or what would I be asking myself? Tell me how my personality would bring, or how one's personality would bring them to your program. What would they be looking for, needing, or asking?
I think they would be looking for a better life and in general. You know, I can't teach you how to set up Excel spreadsheets, and I can't teach you how to navigate crypto, but I can teach you how to organize things and set goals to try and achieve the life that you actually want to live, not the life that you have to live because that's what's presented to you, but the life that you want to live. And this is what I'm going to teach my kids too, to not necessarily reverse engineer what you want to do with your world or with your life or with your job, but what kind of life do you want to live? And then let's break that down and set up some smaller goals, right? Smaller goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals, so that again, every small step that we take, every little piece of win that we have, it contributes. And once that starts, once we can see what we want and we can see the goal, then basically it's already done. Once we've decided to do it, once we've really decided to do it, then it's already done. And the world and the universe just has to get out of the way. And we just have to do it. We just have to go. And if I may, that's one thing that will make the process, which we have to enjoy, by the way, that'll make the process easier to quote unquote deal with, or to make that journey, because you can see the goal with every little monotonous thing that you do, every little email that you send, or every little stretch that you do, or every little piece of broccoli you eat, or whatever decision that you make, it makes it good because you can see how that's going to make you achieve that ultimate goal. So if you want to change your life to the for the better, we can organize it in such a way to where everything is balanced and you are doing things for yourself to make you a better person for your family, for your job, for your friends, for your coworkers, for the world.
I wrote down the note, enjoy the process.
That's right.
Because I realize that often we forget about that part. I hear people say trust the process all the time, but enjoy and trust are different. Very, very different, right? Enjoying it is being present in it and flowing with it and feeling good about it, or whatever just, makes you feel good. And then trusting can be kind of hard for people. Like that is an arduous thing to do, right? So I love how you position that. So here's my next question. Tell me how you want the world to be different because you lived in it.
I want to see people walking around standing up straight with good posture. I mean, in the clinic, I'm not sure if we should say this, but the posture vampire, the posture Nazi, like I know how important just carrying yourself is. So, I mean, to be simply, to put it simply, it's just walking down the street and everybody's got good posture. If they made something that would keep your phone in front of your face, I wouldn't have to exist. My job wouldn't exist. But everybody's down here, right? Everybody's computerizing, everybody's eating. It is what it is. It's in front of you. But, I can't say that I want people to, jump rope together and everybody be happy, but what I want is for people to see the value in using their body the way that it's made to be used, not the way that society and our technology has made us use it. You know what I mean? So if I can see people walking up straight, having confidence, having more blood flow to the brain, having more oxygen delivery, having more energy, then that would be a win for me.
That is great. So I do have one final question for you. Tell us about a project that you have going on, or an event, or something that you really want to drive people to, and share with us more about Life Prescribed.
Okay. Well, we just finished developing the AIM Up program. And AIM Up is an acronym for All-Encompassing Mobility and Utilization Program. So it's an online program. It's a 4-week program that we developed for people to take the next step in their not just health and fitness, but wellness journey as well, their athletic journey. So over the years, again, I've been in the clinic for about 15, 16 years now, and I've noticed some similarities in the message that I'm giving to people. We all sit too much. There's certain muscles that get tight. We all don't move enough, so certain muscles get weak. So this program is to help you develop how to move your body, how to be a better mover, so that you can be prepared for whatever it is that you want to do, whether it be CrossFit or gymnastics or fathering an 11-month-old son, or doing whatever it is that you want to do. You're able to do it and move well. There is postural strengthening, there's mobility with foam rollers, there's different movements in there. So it's not necessarily a workout, it is a transformation program to where I can go, and if I'm happy or if I want to start biking, I'll be able to bike without getting injured. Because a lot of times what we see in the clinic is people get up and start, they get motivated. I want to get moving. So they do the things that they knew how to do in high school, which maybe isn't the same thing that they should be doing now. Right. And then they end up getting injured, whether it be tendonitis or back pain or whatever it is. So, this is, I hate to call it general, but it will help anybody and everybody, whether or not you're getting up from the couch and you want to run a 5K, or you're trying to get that next personal record in weightlifting, or you're trying to get a triple landing flip off of the diving board. This will help you break through those plateaus. And like I said, turn you into a better mover. So AIM Up is online, and we just actually finished it a couple of weeks ago. So we're just trying to get it out to the masses and see how many people we can help with it.
So I have an Alexa,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want it to capture. Thank you so much for that, because we could edit that part out. But I appreciate that. That's a great program. So share with us where we could find that program, because I always want people to share with us, like, do you have a call to action on any social platform or channel that you would like to grow more? Just tell us where people can go to find you, because we want to make sure that we share that when we share the video.
Yeah, you can go to the website lifeprescribed.com or drsethlawrence.com. I think it takes you to the same spot. We'll have it up on the website. We'll have a link up on the website with all the information that we're talking about, as well as any social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, as well as Instagram. So we're building our social media presence, but you can find us on any of those platforms.
That is awesome. I thank you so, so very much for joining me today. I'm going to close it out by saying that I love these opportunities to meet with business owners, especially those that have missions that are mission driven. And I have a follow up question for you after this. I'm going to probably have to edit that out too.
Yeah,
Look, everybody knows that I am doing this and I am doing it from my heart, and really just learning how to navigate through it. So it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be the best that it actually can.
that'd be
My
awesome.
follow-up question might actually help somebody out in the community. So I'll ask it while we're on, while we are together. So what if a person comes to you and they say, hey, these are the results that I want to achieve. Like, right? Maybe a person comes and they say, "Hey, I know that I want to get healthier, and I know that I want to lose weight, and I also am, wanting to be more healthy and move more." Right? Is that something that you all take into account, or is the program that they just have to do a set of things? So I guess what I'm asking is, does the program help with co-creation, or is it something where they learn the basics first and then afterward they are able to do some things that lead them to where they desire to be?
Yeah, in my mind, the Aim Up program can help anybody. Again, it's not a workout. It's necessarily it's just allowing you and your body to move better. As far as working with Life Prescribed, whether it be in coaching or online coaching, yes, we take everybody's goals into consideration as well as their history, and we try and find the most efficient way to get you to wherever it is that you want to go. A lot of people do confuse me with personal training, but and there's nothing wrong with personal training. We do that as well, but I want to teach you how to do what you want to do as opposed to tell you to
What
do
to
what
do?
you do. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that. And that is a very distinct difference. Thank you very much for sharing with us about your coaching program as well. I think that's amazing. So I'm going to give people some background on us, that we are in a project together and we're success partners. And that makes so much sense because I knew you were good at coaching. And then now being able to tie the programming that you have to it, I think that that's absolutely amazing. And I think that there's some people that are even just in this partnership with us on this project will learn a lot from you as well. And so I have enjoyed our opportunity to talk with each other.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to work with you.
All righty. I am going to stop the recording